Denver Broncos Mile High Report. No commercials, no bullshit. Well, it's the dreaded Kyler Murray video. I was going to do a spoof. I was, it's kind of like, remember this scene from The Simpsons, monorail, 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 and everybody's monorail, Kyler Murray, Kyler Murray, Kyler Murray, Kyler Murray. When people start talking to each other and saying the same thing, well, it's got to be true. I mean, he's going to be Joe Montana, John Elway, Brady, and Mahomes all rolled up in one. Maybe even a little Marino in there too, So, it's like, calm down, calm down. Could the Broncos conceivably get this guy? Yeah. But, I'll tell you the one thing that nobody's talking about, Kyler Murray, guaranteed nobody's talking about this, is I think this guy's got a good handler. He's smart to come out in the 2019 draft, but he's also smart to sign a prenup. Kind of I could, play baseball, maybe sign something with the A's or something, basically pulling an Elway. Now, if he has a good handler, I don't know whether or not everybody's going to be hyped up about him in 2020. They'll be the next bandwagon. Quarterback odds will be falling from the sky. And, there's questions. Kyle Murray could turn out to be a great quarterback. The challenge for him is, I don't even know size. Montana wasn't the tallest guy. And he made a good career. Doug Flutie, this kind of thing. I like Doug Flutie. I'd like that to see that kind of a passion in a guy, and I think that maybe this guy brings that to the table. But I think that his biggest challenge, even more so than the arm strength, because I don't think Brady really was. Brady wasn't selected 6th overall in the draft because he had arm strength. So I don't think his arm strength is, he could probably, if you're coached well and you have a good system, you may be able to get around some of that too. I'm sure he could throw a 60-yard pass. The biggest thing I think hurdle and the gamble that somebody would have to take with him is, can he recognize really good defenses? I mean, this guy has never seen an NFL defense. And as good as this guy is, his highlights look in college, that could dramatically change. He could be throwing picks. Of course, receivers can always run wrong routes too and make quarterbacks look bad. But maybe he's a natural at picking it up. You don't know. So it's a gamble there. And also everybody will say, well, look at Philip Lindsay. He's small and everybody passed him up. But Philip Lindsay isn't playing quarterback. Playing quarterback is your body. You're using your body differently. It's a different dynamic when you start taking hits than when you're playing at the running back position. You're more like a battering ram. You're more apt to take the hits where you're more upright as an individual. Getting hit really hard by some fast big guys. I mean, and he better hope he has a good offensive line, or and if he's smart, he'll self-sack or slide, because he could really get injured. This guy could. It could be an injury issue, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was some injury issues with him too. I haven't looked that far into the details of this guy, but. Yeah, just Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray. Did you know Kyler Murray? I said Kyler Murray. Over there, look, it's Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray latte. Lattes. Whatever. I could keep going on and just make it butcher the hell out of it, but know what I mean. It's I wouldn't pick this guy up in the first. I just think that. If you had that, if the Denver Broncos were in a situation where, we have everything in place and a guy like that really would fit in well, then you draft somebody like him. But just bringing him in when this team has so far to go, I think it's a disservice to him. I think it's a disservice to the Denver Broncos. I just don't think they're ready yet. Maybe next year, they're ready for that new quarterback that comes in. Or here's the other thing: you do pick him up, maybe in the second round. He's around in the second round, okay. But I think again, I want to get back to just really quick to what I was saying about his handlers. I think that they're going to put so much hype on this guy. Somebody will probably take him in the first, and if your team's in a position to take somebody like that, then that may be the thing to do. But I don't think that. This is a good move for the Denver Broncos. I just don't think. Well, except for I was going to say with one exception, if they plan on using him as a backup, But I don't think that. Again, everybody would want him to come in and save the day when the regular quarterback comes in, but I don't know. It's just I'll just put it this way: if you get him in round 2 or 3, that's fine. But I wouldn't put a first round draft pick on this guy. So there it is, the dreaded Kyler Murray video.